What's up, guys? This is Jay from Generation Geek, and with the new release of X-Men 97 coming out, I thought it would be a good idea to cover the most powerful mutants to ever be on the X-Men team. Now, don't get me wrong, these are not all the Omega level mutants. That's a list separately on its own. This is strictly the mutants that have been part of the X-Men. So, if they're Omega level but they weren't an X-Men, they don't count. So I'm sorry, Mr. M, you do not count. As always, if you guys are new here, please like, share, and subscribe, and please join the Geek fam. We'll love to have you. We are starting with Everett Thomas. Everett Thomas goes by the name of Sync. He's an extremely powerful mutant. He has the power of synchronistic power replication, in which he can sync and copy any mutant's power within his vicinity. Now, the reason he's at the lower end of this list is because Sync at first was believed just to be an alpha level mutant, but in the recent House of X run, he has seemed to be able to increase his power with his resurrection. Now he has the ability to sync with people from memory, so even if they're far away from him, he's able to sync with them. But the downside is that whenever he syncs from a mutant that's far away from him, he has a reduced lifespan, so he actually expires faster. So that's why Sync is at the beginning of our list. Next up at number 2, we have Gabriel Summers, the third Summers brother and probably my favorite Summers brother. I love Vulcan because he's such a complex character. He has the power of energy manipulation. Vulcan has been shown to be able to manipulate even exotic powers such as Adam Warlock's magic, Cyclops' optic blast, which come from a whole completely different dimension, and other powerful beings. The reason he's so low on this list is because Vulcan has been shown to be diffed by so many different other Omega level mutants that it's just kind of sad how they keep doing them. But at his peak, he literally conquered the entire Shire Empire and for a time was their emperor. Up next, we got Bobby Drake, the Iceman. Iceman used to be my favorite mutant. I mean, he's just so cool. He literally controls ice. Of course, he got even cooler when he got pushed up to Omega level status, and this was shown when Emma Frost took control over his body and really showed how much Iceman really could do, and that we learned that he really wasn't ever tapping into his full potential because, you know, he's just a jokester, life of the party type of guy. But as of lately, Iceman has been shown to help terraform an entire planet with his ice manipulation. And not only does he just generate ice, he literally can take away heat from anything. He could turn anything to absolute zero. That is an extremely crazy amount of power. The unstoppable Colossus. I know what you guys are thinking. Colossus is not an Omega level mutant. He is an alpha level mutant. Yes, that is correct. With his osmium organic steel skin and his class 100 strength, he is a powerhouse nonetheless, but no, he is not Omega level. Until he got the power of Sidorak, he became an absolute hoss. During the Phyllis Self storyline, Cole Borson, the brother of Odin, sent these hammer downs and gave one of them to Juggernaut. When Juggernaut got that power, he had the power of Sidorak and of Cole, and none of the X-Men were able to stop him. We're talking all the Omega level mutants, Iceman, Hope, Magneto, Storm, Jean, none of them could stop him. Until Colossus went and met with Sidorak, got the power, and was the only thing able to shut him down. They literally had to nerf him and take the power away because there was literally nothing that could stop him. You couldn't probe him mentally, you couldn't hurt him physically. The only thing that literally could stop Colossus was himself. He was even beating the crap out of Red Hulk, who's another Omega level threat. There was nothing that could stop Colossus, so they had to write him out and turn him back to the status quo. And of course, what would our list be without the man himself, Magneto? Yes, Magneto has been an X-Man for a while now. He went from being a villain to being an X-Man full time. He was stated at first to be an alpha level mutant, but over time he went up to Omega level status, and at some points people thought that Magneto was the most powerful mutant on Earth and the most powerful supervillain on Earth. With his control over the electromagnetic spectrum and not just metal itself, Magneto is a force to be dealt with. He's done some of the most impressive things, as even controlling people's body with the iron in their blood. And even in the Ultimates run, he was able to shift the entire axis of the world just a little bit, and it caused natural disasters all over the planet. And the Ultimate version is a weaker version of Magneto, so you can only imagine the things that he actually can do if he really put his mind to it. And then we have the queen herself, Aurora Monroe Storm. Storm is an absolute beast, and I'm glad she has been getting so much love in this recent House of X run, Fall of X run. Storm has shown why she is such a powerful and versatile mutant. Storm has been able to do some crazy things. Storm's basic ability is to be able to control the weather and atmosphere, and is considered to be one of the most powerful mutants in the universe. In fact, Storm's inherent raw power and potential has been stated to be nigh infinite. She can almost control any atmosphere on on any planet that she goes on. She's been able to do things like controlling the electrical synapses in people's brains and shut their brains down with the electrical currents that she's able to control in the atmosphere. Storm is like Iceman, Thor, and Magneto roll into one. Storm is not to be trifled with at all. Up next, we got one of the original X-Men. Of course, we got Jean Grey, the love interest, the one that everybody loves. Everybody loves Jean. Jean is also an Omega level mutant. She's an Omega level telepath as well as an Omega level telekinetic. So not only does she have 2 Omega level classifications, she's able to use them both to their full potential. That's what makes Jean so powerful. Outside of that, Jean is also one with the Phoenix. The Phoenix Force is always going to default back to Jean. It is literally the Force's favorite host. Not only do you have to deal with 2 Omega level abilities, but you also have to deal with her being a consistent host of the Phoenix, which is a cosmic entity on the level of Galactus. There's no messing with Jean Grey. Like, that is one mutant you do not want to come across. And that brings us to the Messiah herself, Hope Summers. Hope is also an Omega level mutant with the ability to manipulate powers of other mutants in her close proximity. So I know you guys are like, well, what separates her from Sync or from Rogue? The thing about Hope is that no matter who the mutant is in her vicinity, how much control they have on her powers, she can do whatever they can do, but better. So for instance, we have Gambit, who in another universe became New Sun Gambit and was able to use his power to a whole nother level, which made him an Omega level mutant. Hope can take the regular standard 616 Gambit, take his power, and be just as powerful as New Sun Gambit by being able to manipulate kinetic energy, whether it's slowing people down so everything goes to a crawl or speeding them up. Her power is off the scale, especially if she's around another Omega level mutant. And then we get to the upper echelon of power, and who is more powerful than Nate Grey? Nate Grey was created to be the most powerful mutant on Earth and the most powerful psionic imaginable. He was classified as an Omega level mutant and a Psi of the First Order. He's an offshoot of Everett Thomas, one we know as Cable, without the techno-organic virus. So he basically is Cable to his full potential. This man has literally created his own realities. He was able to disperse himself and go into the psionic plane and became a psionic being and able to reform his own body. You literally cannot destroy him. He is everywhere and anywhere whenever he wants to be.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
What's up, guys? This is Jay. As you guys know, we love making content for you guys, but as we're starting to notice, many of you are watching, but many of you are not subbing. So why not join the Geek fam? Come rock with us. Just hit that sub button, hit the bell. We'll love to have you. Y'all be blessed. Peace. Then we come to the top of the list, and my favorite, most complex mutant is David Haller Legion. And I know you're like, how is David number 1? He has no control over his powers, which he has at some points in time. He has had full control. But the thing that makes David so different from all the other mutants and so much more powerful is his power, which is power manifestation. Legion is a mega level mutant with the ability to create spontaneous mutations with varying attributes. Legion has stated that he has over 200 Omega level personalities within him. So Nate Grey, Storm, Magneto, Iceman, all these Omega level mutants, Legion almost has a personality for each one of them in his mind. So he has the power of every single mutant that we have listed before in his mind. It's just so much power in him that he had to create all these separate personalities to contain them all as best as he can. But at his potential, he has been shown to be easily able to wipe out elder gods in just a flash of light just by waving his hands. Legion is in a class all on his own, and he takes the top spot on our most powerful X-Men of all time. But that's my list. What do you guys think? And who do you guys think I left off? Whoever you may think that may be, leave it in the comments below. And always, please like, share, and subscribe, and join the Geek fam. We'll love to have you. I've been Jay from Generation Geek. Y'all be blessed, and peace.